Hi, and welcome to the special live broadcast from Painted Dog TV. We rushed back from the bush. We were trying to follow a line through the thickets just to get back in time to bring you this really exciting news. Now, I'm not going to waffle on too much. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions afterwards. So, without further ado, this is what we've been up to. PaintedDog.tv, Lapalala Wilderness and EWT are very, very excited to be working together to bring you what could possibly be a world first. A pack was rescued by the Endangered Wildlife Trust and are being rehomed on the Lapalala Wilderness Reserve. Now, while they are settling, we have the chance to put a camera inside the den, another at the entrance to the den, and a third at the water point. These are all really important to capture what the dogs are up to. The camera inside the den might be a world first in capturing a live wild dog birth. The second, to watch the interactions between the pups and the pack at the entrance to the den. And the third, at the water hole, which is a gathering point for the painted dogs. We will be running a fundraiser that you can be involved with, helping purchase the camera equipment and the broadcast equipment that is going to enable all of us to watch these wild dogs live and possibly catch the world's first ever underground live wild dog birth. Massive thanks to the Endangered Wildlife Trust and Lapalala Wilderness for including us at PaintedDog.tv in this incredible project, and thank you to you for helping make it possible. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that exciting? So we are very excited to be working again with the Endangered Wildlife Trust, who we hold in the most high regard. In my opinion, possibly one of the most important conservation organizations in Africa at the moment, and helping spread and save endangered species such as wild dogs, cheetahs, and even Pel's fishing owls, riverine rabbits. So there will be a link coming up where you can contribute. Now, we are very excited also to be working with Lapalala Wilderness, and Charles is going to pop through a link now that you can go have a look. Please go like their Facebook page. Please go support their Facebook page. Of course, the same goes for the Endangered Wildlife Trust. They've also got, well, I'll get to that in a second. So very, very exciting stuff. I'm going to see who we've got here. Oh, we've got lots of people tonight. Hello, Rosalind, Linda, Boo, Diane, Nora, Ladybird, Dov, Kelly, Kathy, Mac Rambo, Linda, Tanis, Miss Lobolob, Bobby, I hope I said that right, Barb, Annie, Cat 3. So there is the link to the Lapalala Wilderness's Facebook page. Please go like. They also have a blog on Facebook that is going to be following this pack of dogs. Of course, that'll be tying in quite nicely with the live cameras there. Charles will also pop up that link. And when we finished with this discussion, we will put up the link where you can help fund that equipment that will be going into the boma and into the den and at the water trough. So very exciting. And as we continue on this story, there's going to be a lot more facts about this particular pack of wild dogs. We might even have another chance, for those who missed out on the naming rights last time, to get to name this pack of dogs. Steffi and Kurt were the winners with the Melita pack. So, hello Shamsung. Yeah, so great. And really exciting, and we're really hoping, especially with a live camera, possibly being able to catch the birth and the pups while their eyes are still closed and underground. This could be groundbreaking in terms of a world first, and we'll be all able to be part of that. Those of you who do donate, we will make sure you get a special mention in the description, so your names will be there. So this is very, very exciting. Of course, we're under a very short time frame due to the fact that the female has now started showing signs of pregnancy, and we want to get her all settled in that den at least 2 weeks before she gives birth. So we're going to be rushing as soon as we can up to Lapalala to put up that installation. So there are going to be 3 cameras, one inside the den, one at the water hole, and one at the entrance to the den, so we can see the interactions between the pups and the pack members, the regurgitation of food, and those amazing social interactions that wild dogs have. And of course, what I have never seen before, and I'm so excited for, is to see what is actually happening underground in the den. And it'll be a first for me to be able to witness what those pups get up to under the ground, and I'm just absolutely ecstatic. Okay, guys, now while we've got that chance there, oh, thank you guys. Who's that? Thank you very much, Marcy and Boo. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to ask Charles to pop up the link where you can go fund this fantastic project in partnership with Lapalala Wilderness and the Endangered Wildlife Trust. So that is very exciting. But while Charles does that, anyone got any exciting questions? Because I am literally, I can't even think of a word. I'm just that excited that I can't even speak properly. And for those of you who know me and been watching me for a while, to have me at a loss for words is something quite special. Mac Rambo, the link where you can donate towards the camera will be coming up now. Barbara, we're going to be getting all the facts and the story behind the pack and where they came from. So there will be some other stuff about the pack, where they came from, their full history, as well as some epic stuff about the Lapalala Wilderness Reserve. It has been in existence for a very long time. I can remember as a tiny kid hearing about the Lapalala Wilderness I'm so excited. The Lapalala Wilderness Reserve and the Wilderness Leadership School that used to take place there. So lots of... Oh, thank you very much, Rosemary. Dov, the cameras will be on Painted Dog TV, so you'll be able to see them there. I don't know. There we go. Charles has popped up the donation link. Safari Lover, time is of the essence. That's why we're going to be rushing up there. And we do believe, yes, we will be able to get the cameras up in time to give her about 2 weeks to settle into the den before she gives birth. Janet, how big is the pack? I'm not 100% sure. As I said, this is a very exciting opportunity and the time is of the essence. We will be finding out all this information and we will give you a full backstory on that pack in the future. Now, as I said, there might be a chance to name the pack again. So once the pack's going to get released, we're going to need to get collars, etc. for them. So there's going to be lots of opportunities to interact and be actively part of wild dog conservation in South Africa, no matter where you are in the world. Tanis, there is no concern that the man-made material in the den will deter her to use this den. Wild dogs are actually quite relaxed around human beings, and even I've come across wild dogs that have never even seen a human being in southern Tanzania and northern Zambia, and if you lie down, they come quite close. So I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Thank you, Judy. Sinak, I'm pretty sure the wild dog mom will be giving birth to the wild dog pups. It's generally how it works. So, Painted Wolf, the boma, the den is inside a larger boma where the rest of the pack will roam. So there's it's a perfectly big boma, very much like the boma that the Melita pack was in here on the Rietspruit Reserve. Kathy, how sure she will use the den? Well, it is the only den in the boma, so we're almost 100% positive she will use the den. Marcy, how long is the GoFundMe campaign going for? At the moment, it's going to go till we reach the goal. So
yeah, $2,000.
Oh, there we go. And Charles has let me know it's $2,100 or
close to $2,000.
Around $2,000 we need to raise. There we go. Thank you very much, Derek. The pack is 10 animals. So yes, we're very lucky in the fact that Lapalala has partnered with us, and while we're still raising funds, they are going to be helping out. But eventually, we want to be able to pay them back fully for the whole kit, and just basically raise awareness about a magical part of South Africa, which is the Waterberg, as well as, of course, our favorite animal here at PaintedDog.tv, the African painted dog or wild dog, the painted wolf. Picked us so many names for such a special animal. Miss Lobobob, they do not dig their own dens. They will make excavations into already existing dens that are normally excavated by Artfark. In certain cases, depending on the terrain, they will sometimes use sort of rocky crevices, but generally they will use disused Artfark burrows, as hyenas and warthogs do as well. Where is this from? Where are you now? Ellie Gale. Well, we are live in South Africa, in the Lowveld of South Africa, just outside a town called Hoedspruit on the border of the Kruger National Park. Where we're going to be putting up these live cameras with the wild dogs in the boma is in the Lapalala Wilderness Reserve, which is in the Waterberg region of South Africa, so to the northwest of where we are at the moment. Cougarman, it's quite obvious which is my favorite carnivore. It's the African wild dog, or the painted dog, as we hear on Painted Dog TV. Yeah, Steffi, nice to have you here. Yes, very exciting, and it is amazing that we can help another pack of wild dogs in our Painted Dog community, from our Painted Dog community. I see Safari Lover asked, I might have missed that, but thank you, Painted Wolf, for answering. Yes, so wild dogs have been persecuted, and the biggest threats facing wild dogs currently throughout Africa, and you've got to remember, there might be as little as 4,000 left in the wild in the whole of Africa. And traditionally, they were widespread throughout East and Southern Africa, even into the Sahel and into West Africa and the savanna regions there. But the biggest threat to wild dogs is habitat degradation and lack of space. They are coursing predators, so they need quite a large area to hunt, and to hunt successfully without depleting the game. So in South Africa, you're looking at about 20 to 30,000 hectares per pack, and that is over 60,000 acres per pack that is needed. So very large areas. And another big problem that faces them, which is connected to that, is that often populations can get segregated, and that's where the Endangered Wildlife Trust comes in with repopulation and getting dogs into areas where they might have been locally extinct through various different expansion and breeding programs. And we must remember, this is not, these dogs and the dogs that come from everywhere are wild dogs. They might have been, of course they're wild dogs, but they are wild dogs that are from the wild, that might have wandered into an area where they might be under threat from local communities or farming communities, and they are moved to an area where they will be safe. My wild dog is making a noise. Chloa, don't chew the bone. What is she chewing? You can pass her here, Craig. So, I mean, as I say, someone asked me what my favorite carnivore is. It is the African wild dog. So much so that you can pick her up. She's just being full of nonsense. Hey, she doesn't want to. Chloa, 1 second, guys. Why? Why are you growling at Uncle Craig? Come say hello to everyone. So I even named my darling Jack Russell Mahlolwa, which is, of course, the Shangaan for African wild dog. And she's got a bit of a painted belly. She's got spotty belly. So this is my painted dog, who's very grumpy about being on TV tonight. Okay, off you go. Go irritate Craig. Here we go. Let's would the pregnant female sense the camera in there or the smell of man and refuse to use the den? Bob, we don't believe so. I think the den is really well built. It's perfect for her. It's the only den site available to her in the boma, so we're very confident that she will use the den site. There we go. Thank you very much, Derek. There we go. 50,000 hectares, so over 100,000 acres for this pack to roam at Lapalala. And again, one of the things is that privately owned reserves in South Africa are incredibly important with the saving of endangered species, particularly with cheetah and wild dog. That there are big spaces where they can be safe outside of the national parks. Boo, will they intervene if anything is to happen with a puppy after birth, illness, etc., or let nature take its course? Boo, like with most situations with wildlife, and particularly with an endangered species, those type of things will be made on site and depending on the situations. So I cannot give you an exact answer, but it would all depend on what was happening and what was the cause while they're in the boma. But with endangered species, we generally do try step in to ensure that the endangered species will survive. Janet, when will they be allowed out of the boma? They will be allowed out of the boma after the EWT and Lapalala is satisfied that they are well entrenched on Lapalala, and that is to stop the homing instinct. Now, the Melita pack is a great example. They came from very close to where they were released, and we kept them in the boma for an extended period of time, so they didn't immediately run back to where they had come from. Dov would like to know, we're using a new camera. The picture looks very sharp. We are indeed, Dov. We are using a different camera.
It's the cameraman.
Craig says it's the cameraman. Of course, cameramen will always claim that. We just think that they just point. They don't really know how to do anything. No, I'm joking, of course. Yes, Redstone Prime, Painted Wolf. Originally, wild dogs were seen as vermin for a very long time, and they were shot on sight and even poisoned en masse. Now, you've got to remember how ideologies have changed, even in the last 100 years. When the Kruger National Park was founded, lions, hyenas, wild dogs, cheetah, leopards were all shot on sight to protect the impala and the zebra. So, unfortunately, that has had an effect on the populations of a lot of these animals and of course on their distribution throughout southern Africa. And that's why it's incredible to be part and helping a team like Endangered Wildlife Trust, who are helping to reintroduce and increase the populations of these animals throughout southern Africa. Lisa G, yay for the camera guy. Craig is smiling. Dov says, don't take all the credit, Craig. Barbara says, hi, Craig. Connie Babe says, I can't get the donation link to load after entering my name. It just keeps reloading. Charles, can you maybe pop that link there, see in case you guys missed it? Now, of course, after this live chat, the video you've just seen will be going out again with the link. So please also share it with everyone you know who might be interested in wildlife conservation, and in particular with wild dogs. It would be great to get as much as possible for this particular pack. So after the installation of the cameras and that, we're still going to need to get collars, etc. So it is an ongoing project, and we're very, very excited to be part of it. And again, we cannot thank Lapalala Wilderness and the Endangered Wildlife Trust for including us in this amazing project about an animal that is, well, with an animal that is very, very dear to our hearts, and so important that we save the species for future generations. Hi, Redstone. Yes, we are live. CNAC, yes. Again, links will be going out onto Instagram, onto Twitter, onto Facebook, onto YouTube, to where you can donate, where you can help with the video. And as I said, as the story develops, there will be more information coming out about the pack, where they come from, the exact makeup of the pack. So we are very, very excited to share all this incredible information and news about this pack of wild dogs with you. And of course, isn't it amazing? We're going to go see the incredible Lapalala Wilderness in the Waterberg, which is absolutely stunning. Okay, let's have a look. Barbara, the Melita pack has not yet found a male to mate with, or we're hoping. They're in an area where there are other males at the moment, so fingers crossed, but we cannot confirm that yet. So guys, again, thank you so much for your support, and we apologize. Just a quick public service announcement. Going forward, we have a lot of active projects. So unfortunately, we will be going down to one Animal World live a week, and that will be the Friday night show. And there's a lot of exciting stuff that we will keep you updated on. And on Friday, we should have some very big news for you. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to say it just yet, but we shall be announcing that on Friday. But yeah, so we'll be going down to one Animal World live. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about the Tale of Two Mothers. Zander has been on leave, and so Viam and myself and Charles and Craig have been running around flat out with building these boxes and getting everything ready for moving into a new area, and as well as getting the wild dog kit ready to take up to Lapalala early next week. Dov, how long can wild dogs live in the wild? Generally, they don't live longer than 6 or 7 years. However, in extreme cases, they can live to as old as 10 years. But generally, they don't live for very long in the wild, and they have quite a high mortality rate. Their biggest natural threat is, of course, lions, but they are faced with a lot of other problems, such as diseases from domestic dogs, such as canine distemper and rabies, and, of course, accidental snaring from the meat, excuse me, the meat snaring industry. So there are lots of other factors, and roadkill is actually a very big problem with a lot of parts of Africa with wild dogs. So yeah, they are beset by all sort of sides. So it's incredible to be able to help such an endangered species and keep them safe. Shamsung, when you're done being stuck in Kinshasa, she would like to be our personal assistant for room and board, and she doesn't eat much. Well, we'll take that into consideration, Shamsung. Okay, guys, again, thank you very much. And as I said, we are absolutely flat out at the moment. So only one Animal World live. Brian Joubert has also been working extremely hard, and there's going to be some very exciting new Teespring kit coming out. So more merchandise, more swag. And I know a lot of you have been asking for a cap. So we will be putting out a painted dog cap. Brian is on that, and hopefully we'll be able to launch that on Friday, as well as Scarface the lion in a very cool t-shirt design. So those should all become available on Friday. And other than that, we just thank you very much for your support. We wouldn't be able to be out here helping bring Africa to you wherever you might be in the world, and getting involved in incredible projects like this with Lapalala and with the Endangered Wildlife Trust. So thank you very much. And as I said, keep a lookout on all our social media. Please go across to Lapalala Wilderness's Facebook page and to their blog on the wild dogs. Go like that. You can get a lot of information there. So very exciting stuff. And of course, to our patrons, to Led Lenzer, to the Steenberg family, and everyone who makes it possible for us to bring you wildlife, sometimes live, sometimes not. We really appreciate it, and a lot of love from the Painted Dog team, and we will see you on Friday. PaintedDog.tv, Lapalala Wilderness, and EWT are very excited to be working together to bring you what could possibly be a world first. A pack was rescued by the Endangered Wildlife Trust and are being rehomed on the Lapalala Wilderness Reserve. Now, while they are settling, we have the chance to put a camera inside the den, another at the entrance to the den, and a third at the water point. These are all really important to capture what the dogs are up to. The camera inside the den might be a world first in capturing a live wild dog birth. The second, to watch the interactions between the pups and the pack at the entrance to the den. And the third, at the waterhole, which is a gathering point for the painted dogs. We will be running a fundraiser that you can be involved with, helping purchase the camera equipment and the broadcast equipment that is going to enable all of us to watch these wild dogs live and possibly catch the world's first ever underground live wild dog birth. Massive thanks to the Endangered Wildlife Trust and Lapalala Wilderness for including us at paintedDog.tv in this incredible project. And thank you to you for helping make it possible.